The way Egypt was going under President Morsi was not looking good. Basically, the country had adopted Sharia law. The economy was turning into a basket case. The Islamists were getting more and more influential. And apart from oppressing the Egyptian people, this meant that we were looking at the emergence of an Egypt that would not be friendly to the West. So by the military taking over, locking up Morsi, arresting leading members of the Muslim Brotherhood, as I say, I think the army's done us all a big favour. If you look at the origins of the Egyptian revolution 2 years ago, the reason the people took to Tahrir Square in the first place was the dire state of the economy. That's why they got rid of President Mubarak 2 years ago, because he and his officials were deemed to be corrupt. They were creaming off the money for themselves and their families, and it wasn't going to the people. So they wanted a new government that would address the economy. The President Morsi, you know, he started off with goodwill. He tried to put together a government of national unity, but the government was more interested in pursuing its Islamist agenda than tackling the economy. So that's why you ended up with this position. Last night I was talking to British Prime Minister David Cameron and asking him for his view of what was going on in Cairo now. And he said, well, they thought they should give the Muslim Brotherhood a chance because the majority of Egyptians are Muslims, moderate Muslims. So the Muslim Brotherhood should be given a chance, but they've clearly blown it. And certainly in recent months, with the introduction of Sharia law, the repression of women, I mean, the way Egypt was going, it was not looking good. You might even say it was almost looking like a new Iran in North Africa. And from our own perspective in Washington, in London, you know, this is not what we want. We want an Egypt we can work with, not an Egypt that is against the West. The difficulty now is, where does Egypt go from here? Because the two best organised institutions in Egypt today are the military and the Muslim Brotherhood. Well, the Muslim Brotherhood is now out of the picture. Their leaders are being arrested. Morsi is in army custody. But who replaces them? But I certainly think that rather than giving in to the Islamists, as the Obama administration has done to date, it's now time to have a reality check, look at who is a feasible candidate with a more Western-oriented agenda, and give them our backing, and hopefully they can get into power.